Algebra 2 EOC practice test number 11. What is one solution to 3x squared plus 4x plus 8 equals 0? Enter your answer in the space provided. Alright, so when we look at this, we see a quadratic equation. If I look at this, it will not factor easily. I'm not saying it won't factor, but it definitely won't factor easily. So I'm going to go ahead and use the quadratic formula. So if you remember, the quadratic formula is, let me get my pen right in here again. Let's see. All right, x equals negative b plus or minus the square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Alright, so when we look at this, we can determine that our A, our B, and our C are given, and they're all positive numbers. So we can say A equals 3, B equals 4, and C equals 8. That's A, B. Alright, so let's plug in our A, B, and C in the quadratic formula. So we're going to have x equals negative b, so the opposite of b is negative 4. Alright, b squared, 4 squared is 16, minus 4 times 3 times 8. Over 4, not 4, sorry, over 2 times 3. Alright, so that's 2 times A. Alright, so with that, we're just going to simplify. We're going to start with what's underneath the radical sign. So we're going to do negative 4 plus or minus. We're going to do 16 minus 4 times 3 is 12. 12 times 8 is 96. So 96. And then 2 times 3 is 6. So we're going to have x equals, we've got negative 4 plus or minus. Now we're going to do 16 minus 96, which gives us negative 80. And my pen's going to freeze up again. Alright, so this equals negative 80. That's still all over 6. Alright, now that I know I have a negative number here, first thing I need to do is find a perfect square that divides into 80 evenly so that we can pull it out. And we need to remember that negative 1 square root is equal to an I. So we're going to have an imaginary solution here. Alright, so we're going to have negative 4 plus or minus. And what goes into 80 evenly, that is a perfect square. So we've got 4, yeah, but there's a bigger one because 4 and 20, and 4 goes into 20 as well. So let's look at 16. Does 16 go into 80? Yes, 5 times. So we're going to rewrite negative 80 as negative 16 times 5. And then that's still over 6. Alright, and if you want to, you can rewrite this as 2 square roots. So this is square root of negative 16 times the square root of 5. So when we do that, we have x equals negative 4 plus or minus. Square root of negative 16 is 4i. Square root of 5 over 6. Now, you can see that we have all the numbers on the outside of the radical sign are divisible by 2. So you need to reduce those by the same number. Since they're all divisible by 2, we can divide 2 into each of those. You can't divide just 2 of them unless you separate the whole thing, but you can divide all 3 of them. So, since the 4i is multiplied times the radical 5, that's one term. So when you divide this 4 by 2, you divide the whole expression by 2. So all we're doing is rewriting this in an equivalent form, which is more simplified. So take 2, divide this by 2. Negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2, plus or minus 2i square roots of 5. And 2 goes into 6 3 times. So this says, what is one solution? So one solution is x equals negative 2 plus 2i square roots of 5 over 3. Or the other solution is negative 2 minus 2i square roots of 5 over 3. So either answer is correct. It says what is one solution. So instead of putting those together, I'm going to list that as or, and that represents one solution and then the second solution as well. All right, that is the answer for number 11. X equals negative 2 plus 2i square roots of 5 divided by 3, or x equals negative 2 minus 2i square root of 5 divided by 3.